Hi everyone, and welcome to And So On. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to let you know what the heck I've been up to. So, it has been just such a whirlwind, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me so long to get back on here and tell you guys what I'm up to. It's just been such a crazy couple of months, and I never intended to be away this long, but one thing that actually kept me from posting is a lot of the places where I have been in the last couple of months did not have great internet, and so uploading was going to be a huge challenge. Now, I realize that's just an excuse, but it's kind of a reason, not an excuse, if you know what I mean. So today I'm going to show you my very first trip shopping in Barcelona for fabric and for yarn and actually a bit of thrifting as well. But first, let me give you a really quick update. So we moved out of our house in Toronto. That was the most exhausted I've been in a really long time. I'm sure if any of you have done a big move, 12 years in a house, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to pare down, no matter how much you try to do in advance, in the end, there's just always more than you expect. And we moved ourselves. I drove the truck multiple times to our cottage and to the storage unit. And it was just, it was really tiring. And then we spent a little bit of time at the cottage, which was great, except that we had to rearrange a whole bunch of stuff. So that was ready for people to come in and rent. And that ended up being huge as well and so much work. And then my husband injured his finger and it ended up with 4 stitches. And so he couldn't do half the things he was supposed to do. It was just this really intense, crazy time. And it was funny because Lily, one time we got everything out of the house. And of course that was quite emotional. And then we were driving somewhere and we were just getting ready to let go of the rest of our stuff and just have our suitcases. And we were in the car and Lily was sitting in the back seat and all of a sudden she goes, "We are almost free birds." So that became our mantra. We are almost free birds. And then finally, when we got on the plane and took off for Europe, we are free birds. It felt so great. And then after that, we spent time traveling. We went to Croatia. We went to Montenegro, which is just south of Croatia, kind of like on the coastline, that we absolutely loved, just absolutely loved it. We were in Italy for 2 weeks. We stayed at this beautiful house out in the middle of the country. Again, not great internet, but other than that, everything was amazing. We ate amazing food. We also kind of, got used to sort of decompressed, right? Like it took time to let all that go, and then just kind of get back in the rhythm of just being a family somewhere else, So there were some bumps along the way and people being cranky and all that kind of stuff. And I think when people talk about traveling, I think it's always important to know that your family doesn't magically change just because you're in a beautiful place. And maybe I'll put it in here. There was a picture that my husband took in Italy, and I put it on Instagram, and I said, I call this one Scolding Child with a View, because Audrey was, I don't know, having an attitude about something, and I was having a discussion with her, and my husband captured that perfect moment that life does not all of a sudden become perfection just because you're in Tuscany with a beautiful view, or in Umbria in this case. We also went to Prague. We were in Prague for a week. We walked and we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked, and that was amazing. I'd never been to Prague. And then we arrived back in Sitges, which is a town just outside of Barcelona where we're living, and now we're just getting ready to start school. So our last apartment, we were looking then for a place to live, because the first apartment where we were was only a 2-bedroom, and we were just too cramped in that space for a year. Like for 2 weeks, it's fine. For a year, not so much. So now I'm in a beautiful house in the middle. I can kind of get an idea. Here, look, I'll show you the beams. Look. Isn't that amazing? This house is 300 years old. It's from 1692, and it's right in the center. And maybe now I'll put in some pictures of the front door and some of the rooms. We are 150 meters from the beach one way and 150 meters, not even, from all the shops and the restaurants. And it's just this quaint, beautiful old town in Spain. Right now it's quite busy with tourists still, but I'm really looking forward to when the tourists empty out and we're just residents and enjoying it. The girls start school on Monday. They're going to a private school here, which is the first time we've ever done that. It's an international school and it's amazing. It's amazing and very small, and they're gonna get such a great education here this year. So I can't wait for that. Like I can't wait to just get to the point where I'm in a routine and I can kind of start doing things like, you know, plan my day around things that I want to do and get done in my life. So yeah, so it's great. We're happy. It took us a while to go through all the bumps and the turns and everything, but we're good. So now a sewing update. I'm gonna like put numbers down so that you guys don't have to listen to me chat if you're not interested. A sewing update. So what did I end up bringing to Spain of all that stuff that I showed you? None of it, zero. We just didn't have space, and we really didn't want to be, traveling with too much stuff. So I had one suitcase, and that one suitcase was clothes and toiletries and my yoga mat and stuff that I needed, and one carry-on. And the girls also did that. I'll do a video in the future about what I traveled with in that time, because I really traveled with my new maids a lot, and they were the perfect capsule wardrobe, so I'll do that in a bit. But right now, this was just about you know, my sewing update. So I did not bring any fabric, zero. It's all at home. That whole suitcase that I was gonna bring, I left it. And I only brought, so I have a suitcase coming in October that has my winter clothes in it, or just a few winter clothes so that we weren't starting from scratch. And that has some yarn and some needles, I think. Honestly, at the end, it was such a blur. I don't even know. So I'm starting from scratch, which is kind of fun. I went on the buy and sell, actually no, it was the expat page here in Seychelles on Facebook. And I got offered, I asked if anyone had a sewing machine that they wanted to lend or sell, and someone wants to lend a sewing machine. So right now I'm trying to decide, do I borrow the sewing machine and set up and buy everything that I need to work? Or there are places nearby, not too nearby, but where I could go maybe once a week and do like hours and go like 2 hours and just, even though, you know what, I'm saying it out loud now and that sounds ridiculous, right? There's no way I'm gonna be able to get done what I wanna get done. So I'm just figuring it out, figuring out how much I need, but I'm gonna get the machine, and maybe I go to a studio once a month just to like serge a bunch of stuff, or I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, and that's totally fine with me. I'm really good just having things be possibility, and we'll go from there. So that's the situation with my sewing, but I have been buying amazing sewing magazines here, and I'll go through some of those a little bit later. And then I also just today went in town and did some fabric shopping. So Audrey was with me, and you'll probably get a little glimpse of her. And yeah, why don't I put in some video now of that shopping day we did this morning. Okay, here I am in Barcelona, and I'm gonna be checking out Casals, which is like, I think their chain fabric store, and right across the street there's another, and then I have a third one on the way. So let's go shopping for fabric in Barcelona.
Liberty, London. Like that dress.
That's right. Liberty silk, €80 a meter. It is lovely though. Really beautiful silks. Just stunning. Tempted by this. It's very pretty. Some great linens. What to do? All right, I got some blue striped linen. Shocking.
We're all astounded.
Are you astounded?
Like,
Now we're going to head across the street to Donna Textiles, which apparently has a lot more of the knits. So we shall see. Great coats out of this. Nice knits. A little pricey. Nice. Okay, so that one was a bit of a bust. Didn't really see anything there that I was totally in love with. This is called Nunoya, and apparently they have a huge selection of Japanese fabrics, and they also carry Atelier Brunette. So let's go ahead and see. Let's cross. oferta. That's the sign we want. All of these are 20% off. This Nanny Eero quilted cotton is incredible. I mean, it's basically a quilt in a, imagine like lining a coat with it or making a tamarack or, I don't know, it's really pricey, but as usual, Nanny Eero, it's worth it. All the cocoa lined up. I'm falling in love with this. I don't know if you can really get the color of it. It's got silver and gold. It's 18 euros a meter, but I'm very tempted. This quilted. And you can just finish the edges on this and make it into a throw on its own. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
I think I'm making a sweater though.
Even the underside is gorgeous. You could easily make just a baby. Yeah, minus 23%. Minus 20%. So it's 23 a meter. But a meter, you can get a beautiful baby.
We're in the final narrowing down stages.
We're in the final narrowing down stages. Why?
Because you're not looking at fabric anymore like you were in the beginning. Narrowing down stages.
She said I'm taking eons. Did a little purchase. Look at the beautiful bag that comes with the purchase. Oh, I will be back. I will be back. But off we go into Barcelona. So the first place I went was Ribes and Casals, which is the kind of the local, well, maybe what you call a Joann's or a Fabricland, but much higher scale, like in terms of, maybe it was just that one, because it is a chain, but you can see in the pictures that one was absolutely beautiful. So here I did get some linen, and it's just a blue linen with a black stripe, and it was on for 7.95 euros, which is about $12 Canadian. So do the math on there to your currency. But just really nice, had a nice drape. I got 2 meters, and I think it'll be a really great, maybe a shirt dress. I think I keep wanting to do a shirt dress and never getting to it. And I really want to focus on doing fewer things really well, rather than just kind of bulldozing through a whole bunch of stuff. So this would be an awesome Cali shirt dress, I think, and perfect for fall if I get the long sleeve add-on. So that's that, and very me, of course. Went to the second place and didn't get anything there. And then I went to this beautiful store. It's called Nunoya. And I had read about this online, that it had the best selection of Japanese fabrics, and you guys know me and my Nanny Eero obsession. And so we went, and oh my gosh, was it ever beautiful. Was it ever beautiful? Well, I think you guys probably saw the pictures, right? Look at the beautiful bag that comes with your purchase. I mean, it's so pretty. So I narrowed it down. Audrey was so funny, wasn't she? Mommy, are we in the narrowing down phase? So I narrowed it down. I don't want to go overboard with too much fabric right now because I don't even have a machine yet, and you know how it can go. And I am planning to go to Encants Market, which is the big fabric market here in Barcelona and really famous for its cheap prices, like €1 or €2 a meter. And I have a sewing date or a shopping date with some sewists, more to the point, the second week of September. So I didn't want to overdo it, but there were some beautiful ones. So you might have seen these earlier in the video, but so I got this one here. And there's just something about the, I guess, I'm assuming they're constellations. And then the silver, it's a double gauze. I got a meter, and it's just so light and beautiful. And yeah, I wanted to, this is Coca, so it's not Nani Iro, it's another Japanese company, but I wanted to splurge on that, and it made me happy. And then the other one is also a Coca, and this one was on sale. This one was 20% off, so it was a little bit less expensive. So I got 2 meters. This one is, let's see, I don't even remember now. It's not a double gauze, it's just like a single cotton, but it's very soft. It's not like a quilting cotton. And I got 2 meters, and I'm gonna do a dress of some kind, I think just a simple shirt dress. They had the Nani Iro book, that is so gorgeous, and I was so tempted, and I might go back and get it actually, because that Nani Iro book is amazing. But yeah, isn't this pretty? You know, I thought it was, again, like blue and red are my thing, but it was a little outside my usual, a little bit different, a little more patterny, and I think I could do something really beautiful with it. So if you haven't, if you're interested in any of these fabrics, if you like the Coca fabrics, they have a lot on their website as well, and I'll link them below. And then lastly, we kept walking and we went to the yarn store. So we went into All You Knit Is Love, and look, their card is a needle gauge. Isn't that fun? And the reason why I wanted to do that is because anything that I do have knitting is not coming until mid-October. And my friend Denise Bayron, who is Bayron Handmade or Bayron Handmade, she is the most amazing designer, and she was so kind, and she gifted me a pattern, her newest pattern called the Droplet Capelet. I was like, the Capelet Droplet? That's not right. The Droplet Capelet. And I love me a capelet, so I was really excited about that. And it's just one hank of what do you call it? Sock yarn. So she recommends an MCN, which is merino cashmere nylon. This is just merino cashmere. It didn't have the nylon, but I just thought with the style of the capelet, and I'll put in a photo. I wanted something pretty monochromatic, if not like solid. So this has some variation in it, and I didn't want to just do plain cream. So I got this, and I got the needles I need. Actually, it's not all the needles I need, it's the first needles I need. And is it terrible that I don't even know how much? I was rushing at the end because they were closing for siesta. So yeah, 25 euros. So basically what it would be at home too, like $33, $35, might be a little bit more expensive. But yeah, this is my splurge. And so they were closing for siesta, so I had to really rush. So that's one thing in Italy and in Spain. They will close in the afternoon. So they'll be open from like 10 until 1:30 or maybe 2. And then they close from 2 until 5. And then they're open again from 5 until 9 or maybe even 5 until 10, depending. But almost every small store closes for siesta. Chains generally don't, but small stores and restaurants. So it's something to get used to, right? Because I like to go out shopping in the afternoon, leave at 2. Everything's closed. So that's something getting used to. But anyway, so I'm gonna make the capelet out of this. And I'm also thinking of starting to learn to crochet. That's kind of next on my list, but I want to kind of get some of this stuff done first. So there you go, that's me. Thanks again for being so patient. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long, but I hope to make up for it with some great content coming up this fall and some things happening in and around Barcelona. Yeah, definitely I'll take you with me when I go shopping at Kent's Market next week or the week after, or whenever it is. And I have lots of sewing plans, and my girls are in school from like 8 until, it's like 8:45 until 4:15 every day. Plus they have to get there and get back. So I'm gonna have scads of time. So I definitely need a sewing machine here, don't I? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get on that. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hi everyone. Hi everyone, and welcome to And So On. How are you? Hi everyone. Out of practice.